Potent Ponder, and I'm back with another video. Yo, it is crazy. Tiffany Henyard, it went down tonight. Yo, they had the Thornton Township meeting. I was watching it live on Hannibal's Hungry channel. Shout out to Hannibal's Hungry. Right? I'm not playing no video. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. So they had the Dorton Township meeting. They couldn't reach no budget, no agreement on any budget or whatever. Tiffany was up there with the trustees. She was calling the roll. Everybody was saying no. She was mad, explaining herself. People from the audience was like, you know, talking crazy like over her and all of that. She was really uncomfortable. But Tiffany, she had her man there. Is her man named Kamal or something like that? Listen, I don't know him. I know her. She's the main character. But anyway, yo, let me just tell you something, right? There's a lot of people who do commentary on Tiffany Henyard, and I respect Hannibal is Hungry, and there's also Nate the lawyer that I watch. But I want to just tell you something, right? Tiffany was up there. She did what they did. She had I felt like the meeting didn't go the way she wanted to, because you know that she was just under investigation. Lori Lightfoot just had a special meeting yesterday exposing all of the findings, saying it was mismanagement of money, you know, money just basically not accounted for, people in roles that they weren't qualified for. It's a whole lot. Like, I really wanted to do a video breakdown on that, but I'd be so busy with my full-time job, so it's like I can't touch everything. But if you want to just look up Lori Lightfoot's meeting, Lori Lightfoot's findings or something like that. But Lori went through the whole, you know, she investigated Tiffany Henyard. There was still some things that they were, you know, unable to find, like crazy credit card debt, unexplained charges that should have went through the trustees for approval, being that they were over a certain amount. So anyway, she pretty much got exposed yesterday, and they made her seem as though she was incompetent. So today I was surprised that she did the Dorton Township meeting. So she was already on edge. I think that she was infuriated, embarrassed. But one thing I give Tiffany, she show up no matter what, right? Her attitude might be on nasty on 1,000, but I don't give it up to her like that, because there's so many other people already doing commentary on her, and I'm just like, you know, whatever, let them do that or whatever. But one thing I will say about Nate, and one thing I will say about Hannibal, is that I never heard them call her a bitch. I never heard them call her bitches and all of that, right? So Jedadiah Brown, he was up there today, and I understand that Jedidiah, he's like, you know, he's a person who fights, you know, for causes and things like that. But bro, you was up there, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm from New York. I don't know where Jedidiah is from, but where I'm from, and you talk crazy to a woman, they coming at you. So he was up there, and he, you know, I think it was a new trustee, and Tiffany, is it Stephanie? And he said something about, like, you know, you wish you could be like Stephanie. I can't remember what he said verbatim, but he was just like talking shit. He basically called Tiffany a 304, a hoe. Her man is sitting there right in the building. Where I'm from, you talking crazy to a woman is gonna get at you. And it looked like Jedidiah got stomped. I didn't listen. I seen the clip going on YouTube. I also seen it on Twitter. It looked like, listen, some blows got thrown. Tiffany even got out there and was, yo, she ran. Yo, I seen her. They rewound the clips, you know, a couple of times. I said, yo, she really ran out there. It looked like Tiffany had sweatpants on too. I couldn't really see her pants, but they was like some light colored pants. But she even ran out there. I don't know if she was trying to get her man, but I definitely seen Jedidiah hit that ground, and they was stomping on him. But listen, I'm going to tell you this. Right, wrong, or indifferent, if Tiffany Henyard is mismanaged, maybe she's not educated right, or maybe she was never the right representative to be the mayor, right? But I think a lot of people do give, like, outside of certain channels that I watch, like the Hannibal, and then like the Nate lawyer, I feel like they might call her trash and say that she's not a good lawyer, but they don't call her out her name. And I just feel like you gotta be bold, bro, to be in person and call a person out their name. And it might be people who even watching this and feel like, oh, you know, she don't deserve, like, everybody deserves a type of respect. You just don't go crazy like that on the person. So in my personal opinion, being from New York, I think, where's Jedidiah from? Is he from Chicago? But anyway, so let me just read this article to you that was posted on CBS News. Thornton Township, Illinois board meeting ends in a brawl. Tiffany Henyard was out there brawling. Yo, so South Holland, Illinois. Punches were thrown and expletives flew as a brawl erupted during the Dorton Township board meeting Tuesday night. Leaders of the South suburban Chicago Township were forced to clear the hall and stopped working. Again, the chaos erupted. The township board meeting Tuesday night was first in months. Embattled Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard made a rare appearance and ended up getting in the fray herself. Tiffany ran out there. That wig was going, baby. She ran. You got to see the video. I can't play it on here. Of course, you know that, right? So Tiffany was in the fray herself. I don't know if she was throwing blows or kicking hoes. Like, yo, the brawl started off after the public comments portion meeting. The last offer of public comments was from Jedadiah Brown. Jedadiah, I like when you speak. I think that you fight hard for people and for causes, but I feel like you ain't have to call her a bitch. And her dude standing there ready for you, I can't be mad at them for approaching you and doing what they had to handle the business. They were standing on big business, and I don't care what anybody say in my comments about it. It's like, leave your comments, talk about how you feel about how she's running and she's doing her job, but you take it too personal, Jedidiah, and you a man. Don't be coming at that woman like that, like she don't got, you know how that, know what that made me think? That she had the wolves, and it might have been wrong because of her position that she holds, and she's a mayor and she's a supervisor, but she had the wolves there, and she was like, you're not gonna talk to her crazy like that. I'm feeling it. I don't care what nobody say about that. I'm feeling it. You should have not spoke to that lady like that at all. You shouldn't have did that. Leave your comments, you know, the ad hominem attacks, you don't need them. Attack the person in the position. The ad hominem attacks and calling her a bitch, calling her a 304. Come on, you don't know that woman from a can of paint hole in the wall. You don't know her. All right. So the brawl started after the public comments from Jedadiah Brown, who made lengthy harangue directed at Henyard, and ended his speech with calling her a bitch. Right before Brown could get back to his seat, Henyard's allies, including her boyfriend Kamal Woods, confronted Brown, and punches was flying. And I ain't mad at it. Listen, I don't know Jedediah and I don't know Kamal, and I'm just gonna tell you something. You don't talk crazy to no woman with no people around her who love her. I ain't mad at them for doing that. And y'all can feel the type of way if you want to. So, all right. So several men joined the tussle, or people threw punches and started kicking. Security then tried separating the men. Meanwhile, witnesses said that Henyard, who was seated at the table in the front of the room with the Board of Trustees, ran towards the tussle. It was unclear whether Henyard was trying to break up the fight or to get involved with herself, but she did lose a shoe and was thrown to the floor. Damn, Tiffany, they threw Tiffany to the floor? That's crazy, and it was only men there. So Woods, Henyard's boyfriend, was also at the center of the Thornton Township Board of Trustees agenda Tuesday night. All right, the newest trustee, Stephanie Wiseman, the new employee, Stephanie Wiseman, made a motion to put Woods and another employee, William Moore, on administrative leave. Woods, who was hired by Henyard to run the township youth program, and many on the board and the community have questioned the work that Woods and Moore also they questioned the work that Woods and Moore, also a Henyard ally, ever did in Dorton Township. So they're saying that they're questioning the work that he did because Tiffany hired him. The same thing that Lori Lightfoot investigated, and with these findings yesterday, right? So the board placed Woods and Moore on paid leave immediately as investigations into their positions begin, because they're saying Tiffany hiring people. I think they said they hired her sister. She hired her sister too for a position. All right. So Henyard tried keeping these trustees from making the vote on Woods and Moore, and argued that placing Woods on leave is nothing more than personal. No, and this is political retaliation. So again, thank you for the lawsuit, Henyard said after the vote, because you all just picked certain individuals. You didn't come in here to do no research, so I appreciate it. So she's saying there's going to be a lawsuit against them for kicking out her allies in it. Right now, I might admit to you, Tiffany may be messed up, but don't be disrespectful to that woman. It's like, Jedediah, you did not have to come in. You started all of this drama. Everybody else was getting it off and going at her. The crowd was saying stuff to her. She ain't never take it personal. They wasn't feeling no type of way. You got up there and called her a beach. Come on, homie. You ain't have to do that. It's like, that was so unnecessary, right? All right. So, but what was not appreciated was the chaos that the residents saw firsthand. People left the meeting saying how embarrassing the entire night was for the township. All right. South Holland police were called into the meeting, but it was not clear whether anyone was arrested or detained. But police kicked everyone out of the building, and the fight ended the board meeting, which was never formally adjourned. South Holland police declined to comment. So yeah, man. I do think that was listen, I know it's going to be people who, because what I've learned is it's kind of the same thing with Trump, right? When it comes to Democrats, and it's like, I'm a Democrat, but I identify with Trump when it comes to different policies. So people will get on my channel and tell me, oh, you voted for Trump. Listen, I'm 42 years old in 2 weeks. I have no reason to lie to you. You ain't my mother. You ain't my father. And I have no ties to you other than doing commentary. I don't have to lie to you. If I voted for him, I would tell you that. What are you going to do to me, right? But listen, I didn't vote for him, and I do understand certain policies. Listen, as this situation comes with Henyard, I do realize that she has mismanaged funds and she may not be the perfect fit, but don't disrespect her. Why can't two things be true when it comes to this matter? But you feel like it's okay because you don't like her that Jedidiah could get up there and call her a bitch, and then what happens when he's met with that forcing back? No, when I seen that, it reminded me of just being in the hood and you done talk crazy to somebody and now they got to step to you. That's how I personally felt. The whole thing was ghetto and ratchet. I think it was ghetto and ratchet. It was unnecessary. But listen, you can't play no games with people and think that nothing is going to come from it. And I think that Tiffany realizes that she may not win these seats in the next, the elections is coming up for the Thornton Township and Dorton. And I don't think she's going to win. I don't. There's been too much controversy surrounding her name. And she was also trying to encourage this one trustee who was on the board. It was an elderly woman. They tried to say it was elderly abuse. You have to go back. Catch Hannibal is Hungry live. He always goes live when they talk about when they do the Thornton or the Dorton Township meetings or whatever. So check that out. It's really he has really good coverage. He gets a lot of views off covering Tiffany Henyard. So yeah, but that's my sentiments as it applies to this. I felt like, just leave the, feel your way that you feel about Tiffany. If you want to call her out for being corrupt, call her out for using taxpayers' dollars to fund trips and to build that skating rink. She spent $40,000 on skating rink. Like, is it like some sort of artificial ice skating rink ice or something like that? They said Amazon. She spent so much money on Amazon, bought so much stuff for she burned through a lot of cash, and that's why they couldn't reach any. Well, I think that was completely separate. I think that was Dorton that Lori Lightfoot did, but she had a lot of credit card debt. They spent like $700,000 in credit card debt from like 2 years. Was it like from 2022 or 2021 to 2023? Whatever it was exorbitant. It was exorbitant. They had buying food and all types of like that. But listen, that's besides the point. I came here to talk about the Brawl. I don't know about y'all, but listen, Jedadiah Brown, I do like what he stands for. He fights and, he's a voice, but be productive with your voice. You can't be calling people. Would you like somebody to say that to your mom? And you talking about her motherhood, talking about, talking about, this woman is a mother. And what I hear from you, other people take care of you. It's like, why are you bringing her child into it? That's an ad hominem attack. You don't need to do that. So I'm not really mad. Listen, I'm not mad at people feeling the way towards Tiffany, and I'm not mad at her people stepping for her too, because I seen him getting stomped on that ground. And listen, you can't be disrespecting people like that. Attack the argument, attack the person's position. I don't think people realize that an ad hominem attack is when you going outside of attacking their position, and then you start attacking their character, and you start attacking their kids. You ain't have no reason to bring her kids up and then calling her a bitch on top of it. Come on, Jedidiah, that's crazy. Potent pondering, thumbs up this video. I don't care if you agree with what I said. I said what I said. It is what it is. Listen, thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. I'm up out of here. Peace.